Matt, another proud day as a Sutton United manager. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. The vocal support there at the end, and the performance in the last 10 minutes of putting the bodies on the line and being hard, resolute, but then for 80 minutes and how well we played and the chances were created. Another all-round pleasing day, clean sheet, and to come to a ground like this with the support that they've got and the good players they've got as well, and to win 1-0 clean sheet, I'm absolutely delighted.
So many incidents to talk about, but let's talk about the goal first. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant hustle from Isaac.
Yeah, and that's what we are, isn't it? You know, we like to get after teams. We like to put teams under pressure. We were waiting for our chances a few times. You can't just chase all the time. So it's knowing when to go. And we spoke about that at half time, and he certainly got that right. Nicked it off him and took his goal well, even though there might have been a slight deflection, but it was still a great finish.
And before that, we had our chances. I mean, commentating throughout the afternoon, I say Tranmere had a lot of the possession, but outside of our penalty box. But we created the chances, and I could run through them. David Ajiboye, Will Randall hitting the post, Kobe Rowe in the second half, his effort getting cleared off the line. Yeah,
and that's something I'm sort of big on, really. Some people love possession stats. I don't look at that at all. It's very simple for me. You want to go and try and score goals, and if to score goals you need to create chances. So I certainly look. The next stat I look at other than goals is how many chances you're creating. And today you look at the second half with Kobe Rowe having the ball cleared off the line, Will Randall cutting inside and having a shot. In the first half, Ajiboye's had a great chance and probably should do better. Randall header hit the post as well. So I'm really pleased with the opportunities we've created in a place like this, where we can sit in, be compact, wait for our chance to win the ball, and then try and counter and break off of that. So no, I'm really pleased with the game plan and how we set up today, and certainly pleased with the way Tanto took his goal.
What's your process as a manager when you have chances like that, and good chances? How do you project that to your players to stay calm, and eventually when the moment comes, as it did for Isaac, how do you project that to the players? How do you let them know, stay calm, it will happen?
Of course, it's like being relaxed in the moment, and you've got to be, when you're running and you're really getting after it with the intensity, and it's suddenly win the ball, and you've got to relax and make sure you've got that quality there, and we certainly had that at times today, and I'm really pleased that we got that opportunity in the second half and we managed to take one of those chances that we had.
A couple of disputed moments to talk about, one in particular, Ben Goodliff's penalty appeal in the second half. He ended up getting a yellow card, but some fans in the stands and where we were watching from, we were undecided, but some people nearer to the pitch thought it was a genuine penalty shout.
I haven't spoken to Goody on that yet, and I don't think he's got a dive in him as a centre-half. I'd be surprised if he did. I don't know whether there was contact or not. I couldn't really see from where I was, but I'd be surprised if where he was in the box that he had to go down or needed to go down, and so I'll look back at that in the morning when I watch the video back.
And a performance, talking about individual players, I always think it's really difficult for a manager on a day like today. But I thought the back four, and especially Kobe and Ben, they defended brilliantly at the near post a couple of times in the first half, and in the second half when Tranmere were drilling in balls to the penalty area, they were clearing everything with their head, and they only got round the back of us in the last 5 minutes, and you'd expect that coming to a place like here.
Throwing their bodies forward, and a little bit of tired legs there as well, but no, the two centre halves, the two full backs, but the way, just as much as we try and attack as a team, we certainly defend as a team as well, and the wingers put a hell of a shift in. It was great to see Eastie back in there, our captain, alongside Ali, who's been outstanding, and then the front two again was brilliant, and then you bring on Dundo and Donovan to see it through. So no, all round a great squad performance.
Just talk about a few injuries for us. I saw John Barden warming up before the game. He travelled up, but the likes of John still out, Toby and Enzio as well missing today. So we had John Barden's fit, and he was available for selection. It was just a difficult one. I had to leave someone off the bench, unfortunately, and Louis John, I needed. Kobe Rowe was a bit of a fitness test yesterday and come through it, but I didn't feel I could leave him out. One, because Louis hasn't played for quite a long while, and Kobe's been outstanding in the recent games. So I stuck with Kobe knowing he was fit. I had to have Louis on the bench for that backup. Ben White was outstanding on Tuesday night, so it'd be really harsh to drop him out of the 18. So unfortunately, I want sort of two, if I can, two defenders, two midfielders and two strikers on the bench out of my 6 outfield. So to have John unfortunately missing out today was extremely harsh, because he's fit and he's raring to go. Enzio and just picked up a little knock, and you've got just unavailable, and Toby Show Silva unfortunately just tweaked his quad in training as well, which is a real shame, because he had a real impact on Tuesday night. So we've got a few bodies who unfortunately couldn't make it today, but it was great to see Kenny back in the squad after a really good hour on Tuesday night. As I just said there, Eastie coming back into the team as well, superb.
So we're just suddenly getting those bodies back and fit, which is great.
Week off before we head to Leighton next Saturday, but Papa John's Trophy, the next round has been drawn. Home tie to Stevenage, November the 30th, I believe.
Right, yeah. As I've said in previous interviews with Tony, that it's a competition I'm taking really seriously, and I want to progress through. So we've got Stevenage at home, which we'll see what we like, we'll see what they've done in previous rounds and where they're at the time. But yeah, it's great that we're in the next round. It's great we're at home. But we'll be concentrating on Orient and certainly Mansfield after that, and then I'm concentrating on getting through that round. And I think it's the Tuesday before the FA Cup game. Yeah. So we'll be back into an FA a cup week for us, which both cup competitions are vitally important to us, and we want to win both.
Just your final thoughts on today and the fans as well. I'm always slightly jealous because I'm always ended up in the commentary box. I'm always slightly jealous when you and the players go over to the fans at the end. Yeah, brilliant support.
Yeah,
isn't
and
it?
that's what you're in it for. And moments like that when you come here with the fan base that they've got, with the players they've got, the experienced manager they've got, and the quality they've got within their side, to come here and defend, put our bodies on the line, and to create chances and get a goal as well. To then go and celebrate with the supporters who are very vocal, and we're our 12th man at the end there behind the goal, cheering us on, and really we're in it with us. So to go and celebrate with them, and I thank them for travelling again in their large numbers. So we look forward to seeing them at Orient next week.
Yeah, you're doing brilliant, Matt.
Thanks a lot.
Legend.
Cheers.
Brilliant. Well done.
Cheers.